Hello and welcome to another episode of the Adobe Creative Suite podcast. My name is Terry White, and in this episode I'm going to take a look at, or actually answer, a question that I got during my last presentation at Photoshop World. I was presenting the digital publishing suite, how to create portfolios using this tool, and some exciting things have happened since then. First of all, there's a brand new set of plugins, so if you haven't got the latest plugins for InDesign CS5 or CS5.5, head over to support.adobe.com. Click on downloads and download the latest ones. That will give you the features that we're going to take a look at today. The other big news is that you're no longer limited to a single test folio. You can make as many folios as you want for free. That's right, as many as you want. Send them to friends, let people look at them, put them on your tablets, as many, unlimited, for free. Now, what if you want to actually sell one or create one that's an app that's customized for you? That's the other big news. We came out with something called the Digital Publishing Suite Single Edition. The Single Edition will be available sometime in November, and what that will allow you to do is, you and me, publishers that are not big magazines or big enterprises, create a single publication, as many pages as we want, many interactive content, videos, so forth and so on, and sell that single edition on the App Store. So we buy it from Adobe for one price, $3.95, no monthly fees, no other things that you have to deal with. And then once you build your publication, which you have a year to do from the time you make the purchase, then you can create a custom app using that serial number that you're going to buy. And then you can submit it to the App Store. You do have to be a developer for that because you're now taking on the responsibility to do all that. And then you set your price. The App Store sells your content, and you're on your own. You're off and publishing your single editions whenever you want. So we'll have more on that when it's available or when it gets close, so I can walk you through the whole process. In the meantime, let's take a look at this cool feature. This it's not new, but the way you do it is new, and that's creating scrolling content much easier than we used to. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So I'm in my portfolio document, same one that I showed at Photoshop World. And what we have here is we have the slideshow, we have thumbnails, we have some text, and I have an empty frame here and some text that won't fit in that frame. As you can see, the text is much longer than the actual frame itself. So let's go ahead and zoom in on that area. And by the way, it does repeat. That's okay. I just wanted to have something long enough to show you this. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply take this text and drag it right onto the frame. Now, I can try and line it up as best I can, but it's just easier to use the alignment function. So with the text selected, I'm going to go ahead and select the frame behind it as well. I'll go to my alignment features, which I will say align to the left and align to the top. So now it's perfectly in the upper left-hand corner. Now I'm going to deselect the frame underneath. So I'm going to hold down my Shift key and click on that frame underneath so just my text is selected. Now I'm going to do an edit and cut. So I'm just going to cut it away, cut the whole frame out. Then I'll select the frame below and do a paste into. That's the big one. We don't want to do a regular paste. We want to do a paste into. That will actually put the text inside the frame as a frame. So it's not like, locking me into just what I see. It will work and allow me to pan or actually scroll this text. Now, you notice that the frame is larger on the right-hand side. You kind of want to do this so that you have room for a scroll bar. As you know, when you pan or when you scroll content on your tablet, a little scroll bar appears on the right-hand side. So you want to make sure you leave room for that. Otherwise, it could interfere with the text that the user is actually trying to scroll. Now, I'm tempted to say this is it and we're done, but there is one more thing we have to do, and that is in the Overlay Creator panel. With that frame selected, here we'll reselect it. There we go. With that frame selected, we want to go ahead and scroll down to pan and zoom. That's what we want to turn this on. And because of the way the frame is created, I only get the option of pan only, which is all I really want anyway. And now that I've turned that into a pan only option, this particular folio will work and it will be scrollable content. Now, of course, we could upload the folio as I've taught you in the past. Go grab your iPad or Android or BlackBerry and log on with your free Adobe Content Viewer and view it. but we also have the ability to view on the desktop. We don't have to go out to a device to do this, especially when we're testing things for the first time. So I have the ability to just click preview down here in the lower left-hand corner of the panel, and that will launch the desktop version of the Adobe Content Viewer. And that will show me my slideshow, it will show me all my content, and if I click, I should be able to, there we go, scroll my content in this window. So again, you get the ability to build this and test it, and I can even start my slideshow playing or swipe between the photos as well. So there you have it, the ability to easily create scrolling content inside of a frame, inside of InDesign, without having to deal with all the layers and layer names and all the special stuff we made you jump through before. It's that easy. Cut, paste into, set it for pan only, and you're done. Now, one more thing. And the one more thing is that you have the ability now to not only do what we did in that frame, but that frame can contain hyperlinks and buttons. So that was another big requested feature. People wanted to be able to maybe have the user scroll all the way to the bottom and then click on a link that takes them to a website. So now that's the ability to do that is just as easy as putting the hyperlink in. So that's it for this episode of the Adobe Creative Suite podcast. My name is Terry White. We'll be back with more Digital Publishing Suite and especially Digital Publishing Suite Single Edition. All right, take care, and we'll catch you next time.